Yes, hello tradies. Welcome to a special breakout show. It is the penultimate day of trade period. It's not a regular show, but we are here for the great people at St Andrew's Brewery, where we'll be doing our Tradies Awards on Thursday. We are sold out as I welcome in my co-host.
A few tickets floating around still, I believe.
Really?
And this is so important, this show, with 24 hours left in the trade period, that Sam has put a collar on.
No.
So it is. I just asked you before we don't speak much before the show.
I've been at work.
I said, have you been out for a nice dinner? Because we're recording after Agenda Setters.
I haven't had dinner yet
You haven't had?
because I've been working, which is not something I'm used to doing.
Were you at the building of the Age?
Yeah.
There's plenty of food options across the road at Southern Cross.
It's not the greatest area of the Docklands, as you would know, having worked there as well.
There's a little Japanese place that I've frequented a few times in the station.
Speaking of food. So one of the reasons I'm so busy is because I am, unlike you, getting my hands dirty with putting together the Tradies Awards on Thursday. And
I'm yet to cast my mind.
I went to the venue today to organise, stage dimensions and where we're putting seats and
Is this part of his remit?
what the menu is. No, but see, when you need things done, it's better that you do them yourself.
You don't.
Anyway, there was someone there who I'm not going to name, a rather influential person.
In football or in the hospitality space?
No comment. An influential person in Melbourne who was there, and we started talking. Why are you here? I'll be in Tradies. What? Okay, yep. And who do you do the pod with? With Mitch. Oh, that's right. Yep. Mitch has really exploded on social media this year, according to this person. You're
going to have to name them now.
No.
I don't take praise from anyone.
This person went on to say, and I'm quoting here, that Mitch was the Jackie Felgate of AFL News. I don't think praise gets higher than that.
To borrow the term of Peter Bell that he coined in trade period 5 or 6 years ago, it's a feather in my cap.
To which I responded to this person, what does that make me on social media? And this person said without hesitation, the Dark Knight. So that's what we are. We're Jackie Felgate and the Dark Knight, apparently. I'd just like to pass that on.
Being called worse.
I have definitely been called worse.
Yeah.
I took the Dark Knight as very much a compliment, which I think probably speaks more about
I will have to have seen the movie to know about it. So.
But you know who the Dark Knight is?
Yeah.
Who?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, shit. Link actually thinks you're taking the piss. The Dark Knight is Batman.
Who played the Dark Knight?
Christian Bale.
Was it Heath Ledger in that movie?
He played oh, my God. I think if anything symbolises what I wanted this pod to be, it's the last 5 minutes. Okay, let's talk about trades.
You said this show was going to be as long as a piece of string.
Let's talk about trades. We need to start with Zach Merritt.
So you reported today that there's a 7 o'clock deadline put on.
Yep. We're recording at 8:30, by the way.
So the Bombers are getting deadlines put on them about their own player.
It's a very good point.
So I wanted to take this back a week. We were in this studio recording this time last week, and you said by Wednesday close of business.
Yeah, I did say that.
So a week out, Wednesday close of business from the trade deadline, that Zach Merritt would have put a formal trade request in, either from himself or via Essendon. That didn't come until the last 24 hours.
Well, I don't think has it even come
now?
Well,
he definitely rang Andrew Welsh this morning, being Tuesday, and said, I want to be traded.
Yep.
And from that meeting we discussed yesterday, involving Vozzo, Brad Scott and Matt Rosa, they were the impression that he's all for it as well to leave.
Andrew Welsh, by the way, who's running things.
He is as hands-on a president as I can remember in recent times.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, to be honest. Anyway, it's probably something we'll discuss on Thursday.
So from what I understand, Zach Merritt and Welsh have been talking every day.
Constantly, yep. I think that's right.
And in grand final week, Zach also met with Andrew Welsh for a coffee. It was sort of the breaking of bread. Actually, it was before that. It was because of Brownlow.
I think it was prelim week.
It was prelim or semi-week. But back to my original question. If Zach made his move a week ago,
I think we'd be in a different position.
Would there be oxygen in this?
Yeah, I think. Well, there's still oxygen. I still think it happens.
You still think it happens?
Yeah, I still reckon it gets done. That's my gut feeling.
What other lever have the Hawks got to play here, though?
So in the email, not only did they give them the 7 o'clock deadline, but what they said was, look, the first and second picks, the 2 first round picks, they're non-negotiable, like they're set in stone.
So it's pick 9 and a future first rounder for 2026.
Yep. And the other second half of the deal was a future second and either Henry Hustwaite or a future fourth.
Yeah, pick 62 or whatever it is.
Yep. Pick 62, yep.
Choose your own adventure.
So essentially what they're saying is the basis of the deal is the 2 first-round picks, but if you want to come back to us with add-ons that don't look like that, you tell us, which is essentially Hawthorn, this is my read on it, saying if you want a player involved, you're going to have to tell us which one. Because Hawthorn don't want to suddenly be giving shortlists.
And Essendon's view is, though, that it's an Hawthorn represented as an offer for our captain.
Yep. So Cam McKenzie was a person that was brought up by Tom Petroro. That's been knocked on the head. Hawthorn will not trade him. I spoke to, on the drive here minutes ago, Hawthorn and Essendon, and I put Mitch Lewis to both of them, and neither were willing to rule him out.
So Mitch Lewis, I asked about him today. He's on a golf course somewhere in Scotland.
Shock.
He's a good golfer.
Plays off scratch.
Is that good?
That's 0.
And how on earth would you get a medical done and all this done
Well, you'd have to back in the medical.
with a guy just coming off an ACL?
Yeah. Also just coming off kicking 3 in a prelim.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I understand. So I just wanted to present a different...
So do you think the player is the...
The player looks like it's going to be the sticking point.
Yeah.
Essendon don't want to sell to their members that they're losing a star and getting in kids who may or may not be good. One of the reasons probably is because they've had such a horror run of being able to pick good kids. That's not pointing the finger at anyone in particular. That's just saying.
We did hold some hope this year for those kids, but they've let us down.
They let you down. I didn't hold hope. You did.
On this side of the table, I held hope.
So there seems to be and someone from Essendon actually said to me today, at some point we've got to take a stand as a footy club.
I reckon this has galvanised Essendon.
So I think it's the opposite. I understand the theory as to why Essendon are, flag in the sand. We're not going to be, we're not going to be taken advantage of here, and we need to show our members that. I actually think taking a stand and pivoting is the exact opposite. So if I'm Essendon and a club who has refused to own its past for so long, and has always been like stuck looking in the rear vision mirror, but not owning it and moving forward. This is the perfect opportunity to properly reset. This is not some guy, Mitch, that out of nowhere has gone, I don't like it here anymore. This has been coming and coming and coming and building over years and years and years. Oh, will I look at St Kilda? Will I look at Carlton? Will I look at Collingwood? Not sure we're doing enough here. Not sure we're doing enough there.
But playing devil's advocate, he was happy to put his hand out and take the extra money they offered him last year.
Just let me finish on this point. And then I think if Essendon, under a new regime with new leadership, and I understand it might make them worse in the short term on the field. I totally get that. I think what they need to be doing behind the scenes is working out a way to flip the script here, to change the narrative. The whole Brad Pitt in Moneyball, adapt or die. This is their moment to choose the fork in the road and choose the path that they would have not chosen so many times over and say, you know what, Zach, mate, to be honest, we've kind of had enough. Like, you've been a great player for a long time. Thank you so much for the 6 BNFs. Thank you for sticking by us for as long as you have. But we've kind of had a gutful. On your way, we're going to get a good deal in. I understand why Essendon would think 2 first rounders, a second rounder, and a fourth rounder doesn't appease them. I totally get that.
And from Essendon's perspective, they think it's pick 14, pick 18 to 20, a second rounder, and a fringe VFL player.
Yeah, but Mitch, it's not that unreasonable a deal. And I think that they could squeeze a little bit more blood out of the stone. I think for Essendon, reset, restart, go again, start life without Zach Merritt. What's he going to bring him? You're going to bring him back. He's not going to be happy. Yeah, he's a professional, so he'll be okay. The whole story of the year is going to be about Zach Merritt and his form. Move on. Find new leaders.
I hear all that, but if you put yourself in Essendon's shoes, their view on this is that we've been not taken seriously in the competition enough for a long time. We want to make a stand on this, and if we let Zach Merritt go, that just opens the floodgates to next year Ridley, to Langford. What happens with...
No, it doesn't. I tell you, it only opens the floodgates if you continue to not address the culture. That's what opens the floodgates.
I'm just explaining, you know what, if I pull it right back, you get to... Zach Merritt's probably not going to play in Essendon's next flag. But do we think Brett Deledio is going to play in Richmond's next flag when he left for the Giants?
You're comparing apples with tyres. Like they're not even in the same
Richmond
realm.
got belted by
Sydney.
but in that last game. We thought, could you imagine them walking off the field that
Richmond had Dustin Martin, Alex Rance,
Yeah,
Jack, like superstars.
I get that, but where
Trent
were
Cotchin.
Richmond at the time?
Well, I think they finished 10th or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they were second half.
Mitch, Essendon are a start again list. I don't know how many times I have to sit at this desk and say they've got no good players. No, they don't. They don't have any good players. You need good players to win games. They don't have any good players.
They've sort of started again.
Zach Merritt's their only really good player. He's been culturally not...
And in their view, they don't want to take 14, 18, a second rounder for him.
Turn it into something else. Get creative. They've got to put Zach Merritt in the rear view. This is just an opinion. This is purely an opinion. I think the Essendon Footy Club under Brad Scott have a really good coach capable of things. I think they've brought in a CEO who's been under the pump, but he's finding his feet. They've got a brand new president. This is a footy club that has the opportunity to say to its members, we're sorry for all the stuff-ups, but we are not – it doesn't matter who they are, no one is bigger than the club.
But how would it look for the new president if he was to come out now? They're in too deep.
What, so they're just going to do it because of the optics?
Well, what do they stand for if they...
Footy's not about optics. Footy's about results. It's not about the optics.
They see this as a result.
Footy's about results.
They see this as keeping their
So, okay, let me ask you this
player.
question. Yes or no? Used to play a game on AW when I hosted with Matthew Richard. Yes or no, Richo? Yes, no, Mitcho. You can only say yes or no to this question. Does keeping Zach Merritt by the end of trade deadline get Essendon closer to their next premiership?
No, but
That's
it's
it.
not, it's not necessarily...
There's no context. It's yes or no. That's it. That's all.
But you could answer that two ways.
Well, that's why it's called yes or no, because there are two ways.
because
Link's just lost his shit again here.
Look at what North Melbourne have done. They stripped right back and their kids were, thrown to the wolves. Like they need players like Zach Merritt around.
Wow, I could write you a book on what actually happened at North Melbourne and the fact that, again, Brad Scott told them a year out that it was going to happen. They didn't believe him. They said bad luck, and the club has never recovered. Don't start me down the North Melbourne Avenue.
I thought that was the ace up my sleeve. Damn.
Essendon is a very different case, and I just like to cap this off by saying I totally understand their rhetoric and what they're saying, but I think the flag in the ground is it's misplaced. I think they need to look at it from the other angle.
So you think this still gets done?
My gut feel is it still gets done. Yep.
So what changes though? Is it a player? Is it Lewis?
I think it's. I think
Mackenzie.
No, Mackenzie won't be traded, but I think there's some player that comes out of the woodwork as a potential one. And I know you say it's hard to send players to us, and I totally understand that. But like in the end, we've talked about Sam Mitchell's ruthlessness. If he has to get on the phone to someone and say, "Look, I don't want to do this, but we committed to Zach Merritt here."
Clarko did it to Ryan Burton to get the Wingard deal done.
Carlton did it to Josh Kennedy all those years ago to get Judd done.
Yep.
It does happen.
I'll love to learn in the future how the Will Hayward, Rowbottom, Florence stuff because we'll learn about that in the watch.
Let's talk about Kerno.
Yeah.
What'd you learn today?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but as of 20 minutes ago, there still hasn't been a formal offer.
Which is crazy.
Presented from Sydney to Carlton. I think the Kerno camp, I know the Kerno camp's a bit frustrated by that.
Hello to you, Robbie. Hope you're enjoying a beer. From St Andrews, obviously.
But like the Merritt scenario with the Hawks and the Bombers, it's all getting funneled through Tom Petro with Merritt. This one's all getting funneled through Robbie.
But there's
not a heap of dialogue between the Swans and the Blues, to my knowledge.
Yep.
I still feel that there's much more life in this one. Well, this will get done.
You think Kerno ends up as one?
Yeah.
So, is it true that I spent a lot of time today on Merritt? So, apologies if I'm not up to date with this. Is it true that Sydney were willing to give 2 first-round picks, Florent and Hayward, for Kerno, and they wanted 22 back?
So I don't know. Has that been offered?
I don't think it's been offered.
I think they're the things that are being thrown around through Robbie.
Carlton would have to shut down if they did that deal to give 22 back.
Yeah.
You're giving a generational forward and a 2-time Coleman medalist and pick 22 for 2 first-rounders, a guy that wasn't in their best team, and an okay player.
Yeah. So Florent not in the team and Hayward the okay player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florent could be seen as a salary dump, really.
Yeah. What's he on?
Oh, I don't claim to know, but it'd be upwards of 6.
Yeah.
Just signed a 5-year deal last year.
Where would Florent play for Carlton?
Halfback.
He's not a very good kick.
Isn't that his attribute?
No. Florent turns it over.
Right. So how
Carlton
do you
need
get a 5-year deal at Sydney?
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know. Wasn't he playing half forward when he was playing his best
Playing
footy?
at a wing halfback, wasn't he?
I feel like he was more forward.
How are we going?
I feel the three of us should know between us. My memory of Florent when he was playing high quality footy was that he was half forward.
Yeah, I think he moved to halfback for a bit though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got moved to half back, but isn't now that way he got dropped?
I don't claim to have the
And
career
Hayward's,
timeline.
Hayward's fine.
Yeah.
But, Carlton have been on the record as saying, we're not going to do this unless it makes us a lot better.
Yeah.
Unless it's a head
If
turner.
unless it's Gould and
Well, it's not a head turner.
Heaney.
Like, they don't want Florent. And Hayward was thinking about leaving a couple of years ago.
yeah.
It's just not.
No, yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
All the conversation at the start was it needs to be one of the big dogs, or we're not looking at it.
No, that's right. So,
And the pick in this year's draft doesn't mean a lot to Carlton because they're gonna have to wheel and deal it because of the Harry Dean bid.
yep.
So they've got a father son in this year's draft, Harry Dean, who some will think gets bid on between 7 and 12. Let's just say.
Yeah, who's an athletics and halfback.
So if that pick from Sydney comes in, Carlton are either going to have to offload it or try and trade above the Harry Dean bid. And then next year, it's going to be harder to match Cody Walker because he's higher in the draft than Dean.
Probably pick one.
Plus, the rules get harder next year.
Yep.
So the future picks are important for the Blues. I wouldn't be surprised if Sydney's, as part of all this, is trying to find a pick for next year's draft. So it's 2 first-rounders for 26. And then Hayward.
Carlton's team on paper is just disintegrated, hasn't it?
Well,
They've lost their second best defender, their starting ruckman. They're going to lose their Coleman medalist full forward. And they're going to lose, we don't know what's happening with McGovern and we don't know what's happening with Elijah Hollands, who are both in their best 18.
yeah.
Is that 5
Don't know
or
about
6?
McGovern being in their best 18 or not.
Well, who's better?
Well, they've pulled in Buku Akamas from the Dogs.
Okay.
They've got him ahead, but you could argue there's much of a muchness.
But doesn't Buku take Sauce's spot?
Yeah. Then Harry Dean comes in for one
Well,
of
he's
those.
not going to play. He's a child.
He'll play.
What? Isn't he like 198 centimetres?
Yeah, but he's
198 centimetres, centre halfback's going to play.
O'Farrell played this year for Carlton and
Yeah,
he
because
was
everyone got
taken in the
injured.
30s or 40s.
Yeah, but everyone got injured. Anyway.
Ainsworth, Hayward, and potentially Florent.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They're not A graders, no.
It's
but
not. It's not really getting me off the couch usually.
Jagger Smith rolls in there.
Again, don't know because he hasn't played.
He's off to Philadelphia, our man.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah.
Are you in frequent
Saw
contact
him-
with Jagger?
Saw him a month ago.
What, did you have a beer with him or something?
Nah, I saw him at 7. He came in to do a segment.
Saw him at 7 the nightclub. Sorry, the network. Link just laughed. Link wouldn't know what 7 is.
Not really.
Didn't know exactly.
We're like those old people that talk about the tunnel and stuff.
yeah, not that old.
No, but to the next generation.
Yes. Quick couple of updates. Ryan Marshall, any movement?
I don't know. I still think the Cats go again after the Kerno to Sydney gets done.
Petrarca,
It gets done.
6 and 7? Or sorry, 7 and 8?
7 and 8, and then just whatever else goes back to the Suns.
Clary, your man?
Yeah, that gets done for not much.
Okay. Has Warble been done yet? My man CJ?
Melbourne.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it.
The other one is it allows Trent Rivers to play midfield because they're going to need mids.
Yep.
With Oliver and Petrarca going.
Yep.
Full-time mid for Rivers.
Who's that on the phone?
Just someone.
Oh, boy.
Just thought I'd see if there's anything in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Nothing? A late night text?
Archie.
Yes, still not there.
I was waiting for Dom Ambrosio's press release to respond to Justin Reid today, but it never came, which really flattened me. But Reedy did tell us yesterday that Archie was a Crows supporter growing up, so I can hang my hat on that for the trade period.
Well, that's exciting. That means it's going to happen then.
I normally do.
Okay.
Just on CJ,
Quickly.
bring my mind back to the Paul Connors, Tim Lamb movements on the last day of trade period. So CJ will get to Melbourne tomorrow. Same management stable had Lockie Hunter, who went through on the last day, and Jack Billings, who went through on the last day. So it's another Connors Demon special, 3 out of 4 or 5 years in a row.
I forget that Lockie Hunter went to Melbourne. Lecalier.
Yeah.
So we know now that he's going back to the Giants.
He's re-signed.
Sorry, this sounds like a dumb question. Why isn't he playing for North next year?
I asked Brady Rawlings on day 1 of the trade period, what are you doing in the key defensive space?
And he said he was going to back in.
He's backing in the 5. So Whitlock, Dawson, Logue, Comben, and Core. They're backing the 5 in.
That's depressing. How could you be a North Melbourne fan?
The only thing I'd say to that is Leckerli is an interceptor, and they feel that Comben's an interceptor, and Whitlock might be that in time.
Oh, my God.
No.
They don't have any good defenders.
No, but I would say that they're probably more after a Stephen May. Go after May for a year or two.
Well, whoever it is, please get someone tomorrow. Please. Please. I can't
They've got interceptors.
go to the footy next year and watch the same back six leak and sieve goals.
I didn't mention Toby Pink either.
Yep.
Kept Charlie Curnow goalless in a game.
He did, although I think many people that day would have kept Charlie Curnow goalless.
That was the day he rode to the MCG. That was the day he rode on his push bike to the MCG.
Oh, didn't you interview him on the way?
Nah, not me.
Not you.
I only interview people on golf courses and airports.
There's something in that. Sort of make a breakout pod on that.
Jack Steele.
Yes.
We've been talking about him for a long time in this podcast.
Yep.
Going into the last day. Hasn't been a strong suitor. Essendon had a look, from my understanding.
Adelaide had a look.
Did they?
Yep.
Why is he not playing for Adelaide then?
Well, I think it all just got a little bit too hard.
For the Crows or Jack?
Probably both, but I think Jack's made it pretty clear that he wants to see out his contract at St Kilda. He's very settled
Yeah,
there.
I can understand the Essendon side of things, but you're going to be in finals at the Crows.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not
I
sure.
thought the Crows were more in that 24 and under bracket. That's why they were sort of looking at Riley Sanders of the world. And
Yeah, I mean,
Petrarca's a bit different because he's...
still makes sense though, because he helps Dawson.
Yeah, but they've got Berry and they've got a few other inside guys.
Steele's better than Berry.
Yeah, he is. Younger though, Sam Berry.
Yep. Jordan De Goey, any chance he moves? Doesn't feel like it, does it?
Not really.
Feels like it's come a bit late.
Would love to know if Collingwood had properly dangled him out there 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
They would have lost all their bargaining power because the only reason you do De Goey for your Collingwood right now is for a first rounder. I think, as I said yesterday on this show, if De Goey has got 2 years left on his deal at the Pies, if you got 3 or 4 elsewhere, you'd look at it.
Speaking of Collingwood, is it the weirdest, most left field story that's come out of nowhere that Nathan Buckley's going to be an assistant coach at Geelong? Did anyone see that coming?
No. And
No
as
one.
soon as I saw Geelong post it today, I messaged you and you didn't respond to me.
Had a busy day.
Okay. Your collared shirt on. I should have known. So even you, who spend more time with Nathan Buckley than anyone, you gym with him, you went to the races with him on the weekend.
I was flat.
Have you thought back through your conconversations? Was there any inkling? Did he give you any?
No, there actually was.
Oh, shit.
And you know,
Was he talking about property in Geelong?
it didn't hit me until late. No, I was with him on Friday, and he got a text from someone from Geelong, and I went to grab his phone to read
Do your
it.
mates just walk around with their phone out so you can see who's texting?
Well, we're sitting down,
Okay.
and their
Shit, I better hide my phone.
Our
so
phones
you
are in
can't
front
see.
of us. Well, we don't hide things. Well, clearly we do.
Who was your last text from?
My last text, Brad the cleaner. I got my house cleaned. So
Yep.
that's Brad the cleaner.
Who's he follow?
What do you mean,
Who's he following the footy?
Brad?
Yeah.
I haven't asked.
Right.
Okay.
Text him.
Anyway, I'm flat on that.
So what, hang on.
smart
So he
from
got a
Geelong.
text from someone Geelong related.
Yeah, and I went to read it, and he hit my phone away.
Was it Danger or
can't
Chris
comment.
Scott?
I can't.
Andrew
comment.
Mackie?
It was a senior person,
Steve Hocking?
and I didn't even think about it at the time. But I remember at the time I was like, "Why is he texting him?"
So I didn't think for a line coach, but Ken Hinkley and Geelong have been,
Yeah. So Bucks gets to spend 12 months blowing out the cobwebs, brushing up on his coaching skills. Gets to coach people like Patrick Dangerfield, Max Holmes, Bailey Smith. He gets to learn from Chris
James
Scott.
Warple?
James Warple. He's playing for Geelong, I'm told.
Maybe Bucks was just sauce all along and James Warple.
I go, I can't comment. James Warple must fucking hate me.
From I had a conversation with someone in the last week,
Yeah.
and he is well aware of this ongoing narrative.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay.
I know. Because I saw him at training and he glared at me.
Oh,
Yeah. And I thought we were sort of tight.
well, that was just normal for footballers to glare at you.
That's true. But this was particularly, yeah, anyway.
The biggest takeaway there, you went to training?
I told you I went to training.
That's right.
Remember we went to prelim final week?
That's when you got your VB story.
I didn't get it there,
Okay.
but around that time. Yeah, Bucks to Geelong, interesting. when you think about it, like why weren't like what have Essendon and Carlton been doing? Not thinking about this. It's such a clever thing. 12 months, like we get to use him. I mean, for Geelong it makes more sense because it might be the difference of them winning another flag.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Stephen King and Bucks are in for the Melbourne job.
Yeah.
King gets that. Now Bucks takes his seat at the Cats.
Yeah, as the midfield coach for Geelong. Yeah, that is very interesting. Funny for Bucks, who's a big car man like me, didn't want to drive to Casey. Now has to drive to Geelong. Well, that's probably an easier drive.
Get a little pad down. It's one straight line. Casey feels like it goes along for a long time. There's a lot of
That's what I'm saying.
diverting and on and off highways.
I mean, it's been a good decade since I've been to Casey, but
Good time to be going to Geelong too. Westgate's just about to be done.
is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? I think I've been
Westgate.
saying that for like 3 years.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah. Speaking of the bridge, much feedback on the cleaning of the
I got a
Sydney-
text today. So Paul Hogan
No way.
used to work as a painter and
Paul Hogan.
the Paul Hogan
The
before
Paul
he
Hogan.
shot to fame.
Crocodile Dundee Paul
He
Hogan.
worked on the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
This is like that's not a knife. This is a knife, Paul Hogan.
that.
What
correct.
he texted you?
No, he didn't text me. Someone texted me about him,
Oh,
saying that my bridge analogy was spot on. Must be a Geelong thing. It came from someone in Geelong.
Got a DM about it. The Harbour Bridge thing at the end is this. By the time they finish painting the Harbour Bridge, it's ready to be repainted.
Maybe it's painting. There you go. I was half
to cleaning.
I was half right. So Paul Hogan was a rigger on the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
What's a rigger?
Would set up all the
He rigs things.
equipment to be painted on.
I think if there were two people less equipped to be having this conversation, it would be you and me.
That's what people say when we start talking about the Tassie Stadium. They're like, these two bozos have no idea.
I have heaps of ideas about the Tassie Stadium. That's unfair.
No, how to build it and how long it's going to take. And
Well, no, I don't know how to build it. All I know is that however long they think it's going to take, add 50%.
so I was sort of on the right. It was a late night last night. I was a bit delirious.
We also got told that Tim Kelly and Adam Chera are good Jude Law comparisons as footballers.
Chera was on my list.
Kelly's not bad.
Yeah.
Started all guns blazing.
Also had a little bit of feedback that I've been a little bit unfair on Jude Law's acting career.
Yeah.
Well-
Also had asked Swamp, got a text back from the great man,
Oh, yeah.
Channel 7 stats guru.
Does he listen?
He
Doesn't
didn't make
sound
that
like it.
clear.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd say no. We spoke about Will Brodie.
Your man.
He's been in the comp for 7 or 8 years now.
8 years, yeah, I reckon.
Had 1 year of double-digit Brownlow votes. Every other year, donuts.
Yep.
The other comparison was Justin Charles.
Yep.
Had 16 or 17 votes in a year. The only issue was
Was there
later that year he was found to have
Yeah.
tested positive.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't going to go there, but you did.
So just I'm distancing.
and who was the one
Will,
link
Will
you-
and
you
Justin.
mentioned?
I'm distancing.
Angus Brayshaw.
No, not Brayshaw. The other one that played for North and got
Greenwood?
Greenwood.
Yeah.
Was he a double dipper?
He had 11. He had 2 a year off, 11 a year off, 2. So his second bounce was 2.
That's not the worst one.
Not a bad double
Hugh
dip.
Greenwood. Because like there were games where you'd walk away from it being like, Hugh Greenwood's a good player.
Yeah.
And there were times you'd walk away from it being like, I didn't know he played.
He's a late starter at the basketball.
Yep. Very good human being, Hugh Greenwood. I wonder what he's
Pretty
doing now.
randomly just
He's back at Gold Coast coaching
he?
development.
Is he?
Saw him in the rooms there once.
I didn't know that.
Link was on a junket. I saw him dressed as a son. Was that you or Matt?
That was me when I was dressed as a son.
A little good feedback about Link, by the way.
Here I am getting ready to be on the coverage of boundary riding, and Link's walking behind the camera in a sun outfit, dressed as a son.
So before we go, so this is our second last episode. Thank you to everyone who's bought tickets. I think we are all done. We have exhausted the ticketing now.
I've been told we have 5 tickets left.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So you can try your luck on the website and they might
Great.
still be there.
Okay, if there's 5 left when Link eventually posts this.
I've literally just received this message, 9:05. This is live. If you want to let Sam know about the golf, any person with access to the MyScore golf app can view live scores on any golf course.
Yeah, I got told.
Every golfer in Australia can view live scores.
Yeah.
I do it all the time for mates playing at other courses.
Yeah.
He was capitals wrong.
I was incorrect. I apologise. I didn't realise you could do it. I thought it was just for your club. So apologies. I got that wrong.
So thanks to that individual that texted me.
Yeah. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by information that didn't really need to make it to air, Thursday. So it's 6:30 arrival. It's going to be 30 degrees on Thursday. 6:30 arrival.
You going in shorts?
I don't know yet. Are you in your suit?
Are we coming off the news?
So you'll be in your suit. 6:30 arrival. You get your can, your free can.
Is it a pot or a can?
No, the cans. Yeah, this is part of the thing of me going there today. Anyway, you get your beer. They've got 2 specials. We're going to have the burger and the pint special, and there's also the taco and pot special.
Oh, is this the one that you
I had the tacos today. Amazing.
So you were going there as a taste test?
Yep, 100%. I need to make sure that the tradies listenership is getting the right deals. They're chicken grilled. No, they're fried chicken tacos. Amazing. You get 2 of them in the serve. And the pizza oven's also going to be going. So if you want to order a pizza, they just take a bit longer. All the beers on tap. We're starting at 7:30. We're going to have an intermission halfway through so that people can go to the bathroom and get another round of beers and then into the Tradies Awards. Have you done your awards?
No.
Probably hard to do the awards before the actual trade period finishes. Good point.
I'll be up Thursday morning. Sparrows.
Geez, I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been about a show. Thursday. I'll be there from 4. Again, getting my hands dirty. You just turn up,
I'll rock up at about 7.
Yeah, you just do whatever you need to do. Yep.
So
What time are you coming, Link? Are you coming?
5:30.
5:30. So he's a true operator, Link. Okay. Excited for tomorrow. So you're saying Merritt doesn't get done and Kerno does.
Yep.
I'm saying they both get done.
Okay. And then any other curveballs?
Butters.
Does Jack Steele find a home? Simpkin? Stephen May?
All up in the air. I honestly don't know.
Elijah Hollins?
I'd be well, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say if they were... No, I'm not going to say that either. Because it's just going to get me in trouble. I was going to say Simpkin should go, but I don't think they will trade him. But I was going to say it in a nastier way.
Lucky you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't. I refrained.
Keep it for the live show.
Thank you.
Which will be recorded and on the podcast channel.
We'll see you then.